President Trump embarked on his first trip of his second term on January 24, 2025. He visited disaster zones in California and North Carolina, the purpose to survey damage from recent wildfires and Hurricane Helene. In California, the president toured the fire-ravaged community of Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles. He met with California Governor Gavin Newsom. Trump pledged federal support for rebuilding efforts. He also urged local officials to waive permitting requirements. Trump's next stop was a small town in western North Carolina. This area had been hit hard by Hurricane Helene in September 2024. He promised residents that they were not forgotten. Trump pledged to expedite aid and resources. He criticized the previous administration's response to the hurricane. Trump's visits, while meant to offer reassurance, were not without controversy. His past criticisms of both California and FEMA loomed large. The visits felt like a campaign rally, with Trump focusing on his own actions and criticisms. This raised questions about his true commitment to bipartisan disaster relief. President Trump has long been critical of the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. He has called it bureaucratic and slow. During his visit to North Carolina, he reiterated these criticisms. He expressed his dissatisfaction with the agency's response to Hurricane Helene. Trump even suggested eliminating FEMA altogether. Instead of FEMA, Trump proposed a new approach. He wants to provide disaster relief funds directly to states. He believes states are better equipped to handle their own disasters. This proposal has been met with mixed reactions. Some support the idea of states having more control, others worry about the potential for inequality and inefficiency. Trump's vision for disaster relief centers on a diminished federal role. He sees states as the primary responders. This marks a significant departure from traditional disaster relief models. It remains to be seen how this vision will translate into policy. Trump's visit and proposals sparked a range of reactions. Governor Newsom, despite past clashes with Trump, expressed gratitude for federal support during the COVID-19 pandemic. He anticipated continued cooperation on wildfire recovery. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass outlined the city's efforts to expedite rebuilding permits. However, she was repeatedly interrupted by Trump. Experts also weighed in on Trump's approach to disaster relief. Michael Cohen, former FEMA chief of staff during the Biden administration, criticized Trump's proposals. He argued that Americans expect federal assistance during disasters, regardless of location. Cohen emphasized FEMA's crucial role in supporting overwhelmed states. He warned against politicizing disaster relief. The differing perspectives highlight the deep divisions surrounding disaster response. Trump's approach represents a significant shift in federal policy. It remains to be seen how these changes will impact future disaster relief efforts. While not directly addressed by Trump, the backdrop of climate change hung over both disaster zones. The California wildfires were fueled by record drought and heat. Hurricane Helene's intensity was amplified by warmer ocean temperatures. These events underscore the growing threat of climate change. Experts warn that such extreme weather events will become more frequent and severe. They stress the need for proactive measures to mitigate climate change and adapt to its impacts. Trump's focus on immediate disaster response without acknowledging the larger climate context raises concerns. The absence of any significant discussion about climate change is notable. It suggests a disconnect between the president's priorities and the growing scientific consensus. The long-term implications of climate change on disaster relief remain to be seen.